Today we're going to be talking all about goals. Not just any goals, though. We're going to learn how to set SMART goals that work. They actually stick. They help you grow and keep you motivated even when things get tough. Because one thing for certain, things are going to get tough. This means you're serious about growth, and that makes me so happy. Let's jump right in. Welcome to Gracefully Growing, the podcast that provides you with real talk, real growth, and real life tools to help you thrive in school and in life. I am Dr. Kemi, educator, mom to the most amazing, almost 13-year-old sunshine you'll ever meet, author, speaker, and gratitude advocate. I'm so excited that you've chosen to continue on this journey with me as we explore the five key principles that will guide you to a fulfilling life. And these five key principles are gratitude, reflection, affirmation, connections, as well as empathy. Now, I have other videos where I have delved real deep into each of these principles, and I'm going to link them below. So you ready? Let's go ahead and grab your notebook. If you do not have a notebook, do you have a journal? If you don't have a journal, I have written an affirmation gratitude journal that I will also link in the description below. Or you can just simply pick up your phone and open to your notes app. All right, let's grow together. So let me ask you this. Have you ever set a goal and just not followed through? I'm raising my hand because I have. We have all been there. Maybe that goal was too big, or maybe it was too vague, or maybe life just lifed and just life got in the way. But here's the thing, goals are like GPS for growth, especially personal as well as professional growth. Without them, what we're doing is just kind of driving around without a destination. Have you ever tried to get someplace and you don't know how to get there and you don't want to use the GPS? Well, your goal is kind of like that GPS. If you don't have a way to get somewhere, how are you going to get there? So that's where SMART goals come in. So we're not just setting a goal, because remember when we started this journey, I asked you to write down your goal. Well, it just occurred to me, I never told you how to create a goal. So now I'm backtracking and I'm going to show you how to create a SMART goal. Now, what does SMART stand for? SMART, SMART. So the S stands for specific. Your goal has to be specific. M stands for measurable. How are you going to measure that you're getting towards meeting your goal? How are you going to measure your goals when you meet your goal? Right? Achievable is the A. A is achievable. Can this be done in the time frame that you are allotting to it? So you don't want your goal to be too big and you don't want it to be too little either. R is relevant. Relevance is it relevant to your goal? Is it relevant to what you're trying to achieve? And T is time bound. We got to have a specific time frame. So you just can't say, I want to do well in all my classes. What does that mean? What does well mean? What does doing well mean to you? Is it an A in all of your classes? Is it a B in all of your classes? Is it just passing all of your classes? What does that mean? So let's look at a specific example. So let's say you set a goal. Maybe your goal that you wrote down is, I want to pass all my classes. So is that a SMART goal? Was that specific? Was that measurable? We know, is it achievable for you? Is it relevant? And when do you want to pass all your classes? Is it by the end of the semester? Is it by the end of the year? Is it by the time you graduate? And what classes are we trying to pass? Right? So, so instead of saying, I want to pass all my classes, let's make it more specific. So you can say something like, I want to raise my science grade from a failing grade to a passing grade. But let's even get it even more specific. We can say, I want to raise my science grade from an F to a C, or from a C to a B, or from a B to an A. Specificity. Now, measurable. How are you going to measure that you are on track to achieve your goal? So that means you are tracking your test, you're tracking all of your quizzes, you're making sure you're completing and submitting all assignments that are related to that course. You see, measurable, that's how you're measuring how you're getting towards your goal. Let's look at achievable. So if you've been getting Fs, right, you can start by studying 30 minutes a day. Or you can start by going to tutoring. You can also start by maybe getting in a study group, reviewing your notes when you get home. So then, when you're doing all of these things, then achieving that C from an F becomes doable, or achieving that B from a C is doable. Does that make sense? Relevance. Does this matter to your bigger goals? How does this fit into your bigger goals? So maybe you want to go to college to study maybe nursing, you want to get a biology degree, then raising your science scores to a passing grade makes it relevant, because then a passing score in science then makes sense to you, outside of the fact that you need to pass so many years of science in order to graduate, right? Then let's talk about time bound. Put a deadline on it. What's the deadline for achieving your goal? So I want to raise my science grade from a failing grade to a C or a B by the end of the semester. So that is the SMART goal, right? Because it is specific, it is measurable. You can measure that. It is achievable for you. It is relevant, as well as time bound. So it checked all of the boxes. So your turn. Let's build your SMART goal. You still have your journal or the notes app on your phone? Do you still have it open? Well done. Let's walk through this together. Question number 1. What's one area you want to grow in right now? Is it school? Is it friendships? Is it your mental health? Is it in sports? You pick one. Now I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Each question is going to be tied to one of the tenets in a SMART goal. So, question number 1, for specificity, what exactly do you want to achieve? What exactly do you want to achieve? Specific. Question number 2, how will you know you are making progress? That is the measurable, right? How will you know you are making progress? Question number 3, is this realistic for you right now? So that's the achievable part. Is this realistic for you right now? Question number 4, why does this goal matter to you? So that's the relevance of your goal. Why does this goal matter to you? Question number 5, when do I want to reach this goal? That's the time bound part. Is it by the end of the week, by the end of the month, by the end of the semester, by the end of the year? When do you want to reach this goal? Now, I want you to flip it around and ask those same questions again. Question number 1, what exactly do I want to achieve? Because now you're asking yourself that question. What exactly do I want to achieve? Question number 2, how will I know I'm making progress? Question number 3, is this realistic for me right now? Question number 4, why does this goal matter to me? And question number 5, when do I want to reach this goal? I hope you have all these 5 questions written down. If you need help, I'm going to link a SMART goal checklist worksheet in the episode description. All right. So if you missed something, I'm going to link a free worksheet in the description. So now that you have your SMART goal, this is now where the magic happens. Here's what I want you to do with your SMART goal. Tell somebody about it. Why do you need to tell somebody about it? You ask? They will help you be accountable to your goals. This person could be a friend, it could be your favorite teacher, it could be your coach, it could be a family member. Tell somebody about it. When you share your goal loud, you are more than likely to follow through. So when you share it out loud, you're more than likely to follow through because someone else is rooting for you, or they might even check in to see how you're doing with your goal. So I say all of that to say, find somebody that can hold you accountable to achieving your goal. So as we close out, I want to give you your mission for today. Number 1, write one SMART goal for your personal growth. Number 2, share it with someone you trust. Number 3, start working on the first step towards that goal today. And hey, if you're feeling bold, share your goal with us. Tag me on social media at Gracefully Growing or send me a message. I would love, love, love to celebrate you. So let's wrap up with a moment of grace. I am grateful for every listener choosing growth today. I reflect on the power of small, steady progress. My affirmation today is I am capable of achieving great things with clarity and consistency. I connect with others by sharing my goals out loud. I show empathy by giving myself time and patience to grow. You got that? Until next week, stay graceful, stay growing, and remember, you got this. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Gracefully Growing. Thank you so much for tuning in and growing with me. Remember, living with grace means showing gratitude, taking the time for reflection, speaking powerful affirmations, building strong connections, and practicing daily empathy with yourself and others. If today's episode gave you something to think about, inspired you, or made you smile, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also download today's free resource in the show notes and join our Gracefully Growing community on social media for more tools, encouragement, and real talk. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep growing, and most of all, keep living with grace. I am Dr. Kemi. See you next week.